Boom! What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Perfect Bag. My name's Clint, and today we've got another one-take video for you. Today we are talking about packing for a last-minute trip. All right, so picture this. Sunday night, I was sitting on the couch watching some TV, and I got an idea to do what I do for travel, which is to pull up Google Flights Explorer. I've got a whole video on this on one of my channels. I'll link it in the comments and I'll pin that. But basically, I pull up Google Flights Explorer and spin the globe. This is how I save money and travel all over the world. I was looking for, can I take a trip this week? This week, 3 days from when I was sitting on the couch. So I'm leaving tomorrow. On a Wednesday. And I was looking for a flight that was going to cost me less than $500 round trip, doable, and a hotel that was going to cost me less than $200 for a week and was someplace that was safe, etc., etc. So surprisingly, what I landed on, and why that budget? Well, I sold a backpack. One of these bags, I sold the bag to fund a little trip. And so where did I end up? Malta. I'm going to Malta. By this point, when this video airs, I'll probably be in Malta. And I wanted to shoot a little video about, how do I quickly pack for a spur of the moment trip, which a lot of my trips are. I tend not to plan 6 months ahead of time. I tend to watch for bargains and then look for, playing the long game. I'll get everywhere eventually. But I let the bargain dictate where I'm going to go so that I can afford more travel over time. In this case, found a great hotel, 2 minutes walking from the harbor in Malta, just across from Valletta and near a ferry back and forth to Valletta. So I'll post some more details. But anyway, you didn't come here for travel tips. I'm always willing to give travel tips, by the way. You came here for a bag video, and this is what I'm taking. So I always do one bag travel. And, occasionally when it's an extended work trip, I'll bring a roller bag just for, keeping my clothes a little bit nicer and in better shape. But for my typical trip, one bag travel with a travel backpack. In this case, the Peak Design 45-liter travel backpack is what I'm traveling with. So I've got this sucker loaded out. Here in a little bit, we're going to go to camera number 2, get the overhead view and do a walkthrough of this bag, and I'll show you kind of what I've packed for this trip. But I wanted to show you first, what is my full setup, get up for this 1 week trip. Now this is going to be a work trip in that I'm going to be working every day still, not on the weekends, but the weekdays I'm still going to be working. So I got a hotel with high-speed internet and ready to go on that front. Okay, so Peak Design 45-liter. This is in the Ocean colorway. They've got a lot of new colors that came out this year. I'll let you take a look at that. And we'll get up close and personal in camera number 2, and you'll get to deep dive all the features of this bag. But it's really always 1.5 bag travel that I do, because I'm also bringing this, which is my Held Closely day pack. So this will be the 2 bag setup, this on my back, this on my front. And I never travel without my Alpaca Zip Clutch Pro situation here. Great RFID blocking little travel wallet, fits my passport, my cards, flashlight and Sharpie and coins and bills. and it slips right down into a pocket in my held closely day pack. So I might show you a little bit more of this bag, but I've got a whole video on this bag already. You can check that out. I love this stretchy front pocket for drinks or trash or anything I am carrying on the run. But you can see it just rides like this. By the way, if you ever find me while I'm traveling, I'm always carrying extra patches. So if you find me, you get a patch. All right, time to get into camera number 2. I want to show you my one bag travel loadout for this trip and just give you a couple of tips and things that I do to keep my costs down while I'm traveling. Let's do it. Camera number 2. Here we are in camera 2. This is going to be a full-on test here. I mean, yikes. Let me take this off, make it a little easier. A little clip-on hand sanitizer. I always travel with hand sanitizer. But this is a big old bag, so it's going to take the full frame of the camera to look at this thing. Gorgeous material. I mean, honestly, this is not a full review of this bag because this is my first trip with the bag. I'll talk a little bit more about it when I get back from the trip, but we will do a full walkthrough of this Peak Design travel bag right here so that you can get a sense of what this bag is all about. Attachment points on the front for clippy clippies. You can see down here, we've got some more strap tie downs that you can use hidden up here and a little hidden pocket up here as well. Tons of features on this bag, just tons and tons and tons of features. Look at this. Here's some expandability to the bag. I'm going to close that up. For this 1 week trip, I'm not going to need any more expandability to it. On the side here, you've got a really nice side handle. And right here, you've got some little hidden pocket underneath the water bottle and a water bottle stretchy gigantic pocket. On this side, I actually have a water bottle in it right now. And handle on this side, handle on this side, handle on the top, and handle on the bottom. That's 4 handle goodness. All right, back panel seems fairly comfortable as I've tried the bag on so far. We'll see how it does over time. Sternum strap included, of course. I think there is, let's see here. I want to say that there is a back strap option here. So this you can tuck away and turn it into more of a hand carry bag. Just, there we go. Straps tucked. Duffel it up. Duffel. With magnets, the power of magnets. That's pretty neat. I really like how that works and functions. Pretty easy. Yeah, pretty nice. And then you can just flip these magnets up and pull your backpack straps up. I think most of the time I'm gonna have this as a backpack, not as a duffel, but when I carry it onto the plane, I probably will stow the straps. Got to figure out the best way to do this. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Anyway, I'll stow the straps under this magnet thing when I am getting on a plane. And look at this, also stowed back in here. We have a really nice little waist pack with a zippered pocket. So those stow away completely. They're attached to the swivels here. Top straps are attached to the swivels here. And so there is a hidden hip belt solution in here and really nice straps up top here as well. Yeah, pretty good overall. I like the look and feel of this bag right off the bat, and I'm excited to continue to get to know it. All right, grab handle is really nice on the bag, feels good on the hand. Up top here, you have one quick access pocket. It is kind of soft lined. You can see this nice white interior, kind of a bone material. I've got a little sweatband for long walks which is, by the way, what I do when I travel. And a little USB-C cord in there. That's it for now. Front compartment is not a full clamshell, but it's really close. And what do I have in here? Well, if you can see through, and you can, mesh up top here and light ripstop here, mesh over here, and the same light ripstop. So you got 4 pockets on this inside front section. I've put some cords up top here. There's a lot of stretch in this pocket. There's a lot of volume in this pocket. I put some cords and my blue light blocking glasses. I'll probably put another pair of these and then some Sharpies and stuff. No pocket knives, of course, because we're going on a plane. And then I've got snacks, and snacks. And you may say, hey, bruh, that's a lot of snacks. What are you doing? And the answer is, when I travel, I kind of eat light too. And I end up saving a lot of money by eating light. I also do intermittent fasting when I travel. And so I tend to skip dinner. And I know that sounds weird to a lot of folks, because for a lot of folks, you're traveling to experience the food culture of places. You know, I eat a plant-based diet, so I'm not traveling to experience a lot of the more local foods, which are usually meat-based. So ultimately, I save a lot of money and I eat really well. I'll eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, and then some, just breakfast bars and energy bars to keep me going. Brought some lemon for water. So I'll drink a lot of water, eat a lot of fruit and veg, and save a crap ton of money on food. All right. Another fun feature of this bag. See this side zip here? This whole wing opens up. And what do we have in there? Packing cubes. So this main compartment is accessible from these wings, which is great if you're a photographer. You can get to your camera and your camera cube really quickly, but there's wings on both sides of the bag. You open it up, wings, see? And this, by the way, is my wash pouch. While I'm testing and kind of new to this backpack, I'm not new to this. I use this Peak Design wash pouch literally every time I travel. I've tried a lot of DOP kits and it's the best one. Yeah, it is the best one. It's not even close for me. All right, let's open up the main compartment, the main event here, and show you what's going on. Well, I've got 3 packing cubes. These are my Firo packing cubes. Of course, Peak Design makes those if you want to stay brand loyal to one brand, but you can see how big this bag is. 1 full-size cube, 2 small cubes, and my wash pouch all fit very nicely into this bag. On the back panel, you've got, just a nice back panel, but also, and there's the Peak Design travel backpack, 45 liter. Love their logo. You can see it's got stretch here. What has stretch? The laptop compartment. So down in here is my MacBook Air, which is the perfect travel companion. Then you've got 2 deep pockets here. That is actually 1 big pocket. I thought that was a keyboard pocket. Stupid me. Look, I was wrong. First time in my life. And we got it on camera. But anyway, now I'll put my tablet down there too. I was wondering where I was going to put my tablet. But very nice, very nice. Tech compartment, bisected. I thought that was a big giant keyboard pocket. Hilarious. Okay. At any rate, how do I travel so light? You may be asking yourself. Well, I don't need a ton. I'm going to be digital nomading it up on this trip. So I've got some, I'll be wearing one outfit, of course, when I fly in. It's the same outfit that I'll wear that first day. And then also the day that I fly out. And then I've got, t-shirts and joggers, and my favorite pants to wear when I travel are these corduroy joggers that I have. I think they look really good and they are very light. Ultimately, I'll be wearing a jacket. I've got socks and underwear in my dop kit. It's all I really need to get by. And this is a solo trip, family not coming on this one. Again, a digital nomad setup, explore historic ruins in Malta, see more of the world that I haven't seen before. Yeah, I'm excited. So let me know. I'm going to put links in the video description to everything we saw and talked about on this video. But let me know, as I talk through my approach to traveling light and traveling often, what resonates with you, what's different about your approach to seeing the world. I picked a walkable destination with a good bus line, so I'm not going to need a rental car this time to get around. Yeah, that's where we're at. For my half bag here, what's in it? Well, some more snacks, some Tic Tac mints, my gimbal to hold my phone for my walks. Again, I film virtual walks. That's what I do on these trips. And that's where my wallet slips in. My AirPods are right here, along with a cord that'll be friendly for the Delta plane. Yeah, that's it. That's the video. I hope you all have enjoyed. I, at this very moment, am walking around Malta, enjoying myself. If you run into me, ask me for a patch. Y'all, thank you for the continued love and support, and see you in the next one. Bye for now.